Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Je Vaughn Show. You're about to hear that twice. That was the first time. The second time is going to come on the other side of this. So I need everybody right now to go ahead and start sharing that we're live, and then we're going to come back. We have a great guest today, so let's get it started. I'm a creative in quarantine. I ain't got Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Je Vaughn Show. I am still convinced that my hairline will just magically recreate itself and fall into place the way that it was when I was 13. Until that happens, I'm going to be coming to you live on the Je Vaughn Show with great guests every week. And this week is just, you have no idea how much I've been waiting and anticipating today's guest. But you have to do your part. Before I bring her on, I need you all to stay tuned. This is a live recording that we're doing. I need you to share the link right now. Please like the show and share it with your friends. Let every other person know in your life that you are watching the Je Vaughn Show and that he's got this amazing guest on. So how do you do that? You share. Sharing is caring, people. So share the show. Stop playing. You can also see the show at www.idreammedia.live. We are on Facebook at Je Vaughn Show. On Instagram, we're not there, but you can still like the page. I don't know, do it anyway, at Je Vaughn Show. So without further ado, I'm ready to get this thing started. I don't know. Oh, Avery is sharing with everybody that Avery knows. Avery is gifted. Will you be as gifted as Avery and share the show with all of, like, listen, I don't care if Tyrese and Kira and Emery get this 7 times until they get on the show. you need to share it with them and get them here because we're going to have a great time. So with all of that said, I'm sorry. I get so caught up. There's one more thing. I need to make sure. Send me your teas. So the tea this week is virtual. It's a woman and it's bright colors, which I thought would be perfect because my guest is bright and she's fabulous. And this shirt is bright and fabulous. So make sure you guys go and buy your virtual shirt. It's from my girl Lash. I co-host Lash's show on Saturday at noon, and I'll give a promo for that a little bit later. I'm also doing the weight loss challenge. If I don't lose weight, you get money. I don't lose weight, then I lose money. You get it. And if I lose weight, you get that as well. So more information on that to come. If you want to contribute to the show, iDream Podcast, $ Cashapp, you know how to do it. $ iDream Podcast. Now that we have gotten all of that out the way, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Mookstar Dash.
How
you doing, Mookstar?
I am doing amazing.
I am so excited about you being on the show today. And I am so sorry that we are 6 minutes into the show and you're just now getting started, which means we only have 24 minutes and 13 seconds to handle you. So let's get right to it. Tell the people, who is Mookstar Dash?
Mookstar Dash is my artist name. I had a virtual concert actually, and I relaunched everything. So my real name is Nicole Walker, but my stage name is Mookstar Dash.
And I got to discover you from my guy, Isaiah Thornton, who had you on his show. And I am one of those who will just kind of flip through a podcast and just kind of, watch 5-10 minutes here. I stayed for the entire interview with you and Isaiah because you are so phenomenal. You are so talented, but I wanted to get to know more about you. So where are you from and how did you get started in music?
Of course. I am from Detroit, Michigan. Raised Motown. And I started at a young age, I want to say around 5. I was always a shy little girl, and I grew up, of course, in Detroit. And under Apostle Wayne T. Jackson, that was my church that I was attending. And pretty much the inflection of growing up, I started pretty much based off of being in a dark place. When I'm kind of fast forwarding when I got a little bit older and I was in school, I mentioned that I was bullied. I was a victim of being bullied. And in that moment, that's when I started to really push my gift and who I was. My parents had to take me out of high school and I ended up homeschooled. So in that moment of being isolated from people and kids and the interaction, pretty much in the quiet moments, I decided to write and release the things that I felt on the inside. And from there, I just been writing and writing and writing. And this year, it literally took a pandemic for me to really step out of my comfort zone. And I decided to do a virtual concert that went really successful. It had over 20K views. It was broadcast through Set Apart and Chosen. And from there, everything has just been opening up for me. So for the gist of it, that's pretty much who I am and what I'm doing as of today.
Now let's go back to the times when you were bullied. What made you not give up in those moments? And you were in that dark place. How did you come to see the light?
I would say my foundation of knowing God and being around godly people such as my parents have always installed in me. Even when I was bullied, in the back of my head, I always knew that God loved me and I knew God's perspective of me. And it was a challenge because God was saying one thing, but I was hearing another thing. So it was an imbalance with me. I was trying to figure out, like, God, I know you feel this way, but this is not what I'm hearing. So for that balance for me, I just decided to push past it. I always was confident and knew who I was, but I think experiencing those moments of course, it comes with depression and other things. But I'm a fighter. So I really fought through those moments. And then when I got out of high school, I just sought God even more.
In those moments where they were talking about those dark places again and finding your voice in that dark place, I understand, like we talk about saying that, we lift ourselves up and things like that, but what were some of the things that you were actually consciously doing in those moments to keep your mind at a place of peace?
I would say the word of God, number one. I wasn't at that age when I was bullied. I wasn't in my word like I should have, but I will say being authentic, watching others such as Kiara Sheard, Tasha Cobbs, and major people. I always went to YouTube and watched these people and just soak in like the goodness and how I saw myself and my future. I just focused on that so much to where I started to forget about the things that I went through, and I just start writing and doing things of that nature just to separate myself from those thoughts and those emotions and those flashbacks. It's not easy. I will say that it is not easy going through a traumatic experience like that. It still affects me till today. But one thing that I do for sure is make sure that I remember how God sees me, and also I still keep my vision in front of me. My dad always told me, you always want to have a vision board. So I make sure that I have a vision of how I see myself so that I won't focus on the negative things. So that's how I maneuver even now, with turmoil and things that try to distract me. I just keep that vision in front of me.
I remember when I was a kid, I got bullied as well. Now, mind you, I was 6 feet tall in ninth grade, and I stayed 6 feet tall the entire time. And I was this small itty bitty kid. I had these huge lips on my face that were definitely disproportionate to my head. Like the lips were like 3/4 of my face. And I remember getting bullied as a kid and getting picked on in junior high and hearing all of the names being talked about me and things like that. And I said that if I ever get to a place to where I can publicly out them, I would. So I want to just put out the name. Terrence Woods was one of my bullies. I absolutely couldn't stand him. And if I find him to this day, it's on. Have you gotten past some of that anger and resentment towards people, or are you still looking for your Terrence Woods? TerisWoods?
I think in a season of my life, I was like trying to get revenge, but I think because of my heart, it's just something about my heart that even when someone does me wrong, I still try to get things right, or I try to make sure, okay, we're good. Okay, let's move on. Because when it comes to like conflict and things of that nature, I don't really like that. I don't like drama and things of that nature. So I think it's all a heart thing for me. I don't want revenge on those people. I just pray for them and say, God gonna get them. Like that's not, I'm not gonna physically do anything, but of course I have those moments where like, dang, I wish they had diarrhea or went off the earth. But it molded me to be who I am today. So I think now I'm at a place where I'm more thankful for those bullies. I'm thankful for going through those moments because it helped me realize even more who I was. Now, some people, it tears their life up and they end up doing other things. But for me, I think I was blessed and I feel like God was with me even through the moments of being bullied and all that. His hand has been on me to be able to mentally get through those things.
I'm glad that he put his hands on you to help you get through those things. I'm still waiting to put my hands on Terrence Woods, TerisWoods, south side of Chicago. Because listen, my salvation is at like the 7th grade level. It hasn't quite graduated even out of high school. So I'm definitely looking to follow up. But that's not what the word teaches us. So I'm glad that you're walking in it where others like me can't. So you've gotten past those moments, and I'm right now praying for diarrhea on your haters. but now they have something to hate. So tell me about your music and the inspiration for that music.
Man, so my inspiration for music, okay, first, I'm very honest and transparent. So in the beginning, like I've been raised in a church and all I've known my whole life was gospel music. And when like in my teen years, I always wanted to do R&B. So I went through that little phase. And so when God started to change my heart a little bit, I said I wanted to do gospel music, but I wanted it to be authentic. I wanted it to be a message for millennials, for people that have stories and they don't know how to express it. Because like a lot of people, especially, well, I'll say in the gospel industry, you have creatives, a lot of creatives, but I don't really hear authentic and things that I went through and just being able to talk about it. And I wanted to give gospel music that twist of you can share your story to be free. You know, it don't have to be just Jesus, 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 Jesus. It can be Jesus. And this is how God brought me through this. And this is actually what happened in my life. And this is how I overcame it. Because honestly, a lot of millennials, including myself, we go through things silently and we don't get a chance to talk about it or share it. And so I really want to give back to the community, to the world, and be authentic and have a beautiful story that'll help other people.
I love your authenticity. Was there a moment to where when you were making the transition from R&B to gospel that maybe people were questioning what you were doing or thinking that it was just your way of getting into where it was easy? Or what was the response to you from that?
From doing R&B, it was more so I was singing like in jazz clubs and stuff like that. But also in that moment, I was in a season of brokenness. So I feel like the people that saw that, they already knew like, oh, she's going through that. So that makes sense. I didn't really get a lot of backlash about it because I wasn't a gospel artist. But when I stood out there and I did like covers and stuff of that nature, I was pretty much in a rebellious mindset, I should say. And when God literally pulled me through that, I realized that I can still tell my story and it doesn't have to be perverted. It doesn't have to be, evil or anything of that nature.
That's beautiful. I want to dive into the type of gospel music that you're doing now. So would you consider it a soulful R&B style of gospel? Would you consider it like an urban contemporary? Like where do you place your gospel music style, or do you even have a place for it?
I believe it's more it has like hip hop, R&B, definitely soul, a lot of soul, a little bit of rock. It has a little bit of everything, I want to say.
Awesome. And we're going to hear some of it in a moment. We do have to take a real quick break, but we're going to be right back. We're going to let you tell us a little bit more about who you are and where you come from. Just about 18 minutes of commercials. Kidding. Stay right there. We'll be right back right after this. We are right now halfway through the show, and we've got Mookstar Dash on the show. And there's only one thing that we can really do when we're halfway through a show, and that's do a creative break. Right there, that button. Ha! That was a really good. That would have worked perfect. Watch this. When you hit the button at the right time, that transition is so seamless. But anyway, it didn't happen this time. This is the Creative Showcase, Mookstar. So this is your opportunity to sing for the people. Now, here's the little caveat, the little nugget, if you will. You can't sing gospel. and you really shouldn't sing R&B either. This is where people get to hear from you a voice that they didn't even know that you had. So we know that you do R&B. We know that you do gospel, but the question is, does she do country? You said a little bit of rock. Do you do jazz? Do you do blues? This is your chance to showcase the non-gospel and the non-R&B side. Now, I know that we sprung this on you. You didn't know about this, right?
No.
Nope. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to figure out what you're going to sing, and I'm going to sing something while you try to figure out what you're going to sing. Now, listen, don't be intimidated by my voice. It's one of a kind. It's authentic. So all because I sing like this doesn't mean you need to try to sing at my level. You get at your own level, okay?
I got you.
Okay, here's my song for today. I should really prepare for this myself someday. It's not like I don't do this show twice a week and have to do this song break, but I don't have a really... Kids, what song should I sing today? I don't know what song to sing today. Hey, hey, but I'll make something up right on the spot. Right now, I'll make something up today. I will make it up right now. I will make it up. I just made it up.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Yes. Yes. Can I get some? Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Is Mr. Dash still around?
He is, but I think he's looking. He can, if he's watching, I know he's watching.
Mr. Dash, I need you to leave a comment and let me know if I just killed it or did I murder it. Now, while we're waiting on Mr. Dash to give us his answer, Mookstar Dash, Creative Showcase, what would you like to sing for us today?
So you said I can't sing R&B. I can't sing gospel.
Nope. Okay, R&B is fine. I'll let you do R&B if that's where you at.
I can do soul.
Do it.
Okay. All right. Oh, my. I'm feeling high. My mind is gone. I'm all alone. Too much to see. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it will be well earned. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. No intellect does not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. Ooh, on and on and on and on.
Hey! Yeah. Thank you. I love it. Listen, I need to hear something else from you. So, and I still have a little bit of time left in the interview, so I'm going to get it from you. So, because you sing smooth as Tennessee whiskey, I need to hear a little bit of move.
You said move or mook?
No, a little bit of, okay, well, you know what, that both works. I want to hear your latest, a little bit from your latest project. Can I get a little, just a T90 bit from what you just released?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I got you. One sec.
Take your time. Sing it smooth.
For the word of God is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. It penetrates even to dividing soul and spirit.
We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word. We need a word. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word. We need a word. Your word is a lamp to my feet. Your word is a light to my path. Not letting nothing hinder me. This time I'm coming back. I'm gonna let the word renew my strength. Give me joy out of brokenness. Bring me light into a world of sin. I'm crying out to you again, you again. We need it. We need it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We need it. Yes, we need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word. We need a word. We need a word from the Lord. We need a word from the Lord. Need a word. Need a word. We need a word. We need a word. I love you like a flower needs rain. Your word in me, it cures all my pain. The joy that I have, I can't explain. It gives me hope to know that you're always right there. I'm so in love with you. Your word is all the proof that I can count on you. Hold me down like you always do. Ain't no way I can ever repay you. So I'm making my mission to follow in the truth. We need it. We need you. We need you. We need you. Yeah, yeah. No, we need you.
Well, I wasn't going to stop you. I wanted to hear the whole thing. Mookstar, amazing vocals. We definitely need that word. And I'm glad that that word is hitting your heart real good. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You look rejuvenated during this quarantine season.
Yes.
How is the writing going for this new project?
Oh my goodness, the writing is going amazing. I recently just joined the Cover Me Foundation, which the founder is Alexis Spite. So I'm super excited about that. I'm definitely learning a lot about writing and just the whole artistry of things. So please be on the lookout. I'm a new single I'm working on. Well, actually it's complete, but it won't be out until next month sometime. It's called Heaven Knows, and that's me featuring Alexis Spite. So that will be out soon. So I'm excited about that.
Now, based off of what I was able to share, and again, I was told that I killed it. Is there room for featuring Alexis Spite and Je Vaughn?
I can definitely ask her.
Can you please, just you never know what could happen. So I definitely appreciate that. And I appreciate you. For those who want to know more about you and to figure out where to find you, where do they go?
I am on all digital outlets, literally everything from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram to my music page. All of it is at Mookstar Dash. So it's that simple. And also my YouTube channel is Mookstar Dash TV. And then I have my first single Word, and then the live version is on all digital outlets. So Amazon, iTunes, it's even on TikTok, it's everywhere.
And I got to tell you though, that live version is bananas. I like I said, when I saw you on Isaiah's show, I looked you up right away. I found you, started following you, started listening to you. Cannot wait to hear more from you. And I really appreciate you being on the Je Vaughn Show. Before we get out of here though, Mr. Gifted, I know you're there and I know you're around the corner. I need you to whip yourself back around for just like 30 seconds so I can end the show. So wherever you're at, I need you to whip around that corner real quick. Come on, just whip real quick, babe. Listen, andale. Move as if you're going to go to the store. Come on. And while he's preparing to come, you said that the single's coming out next month, and it's called what again?
Heaven Knows.
Heaven knows that I should be on that single, at least on the remix. And I can't rap, but if you write it, I'll rap it. Like, you know, I can like listen. Do a sample of my flow right now. It's so gifted. It's gifted like Avery from the Beverleys and Heavenly, like remix for the diss of Terrence Woods. He's understood that he don't know what I do and how I be and what it do and how it be. See?
Yeah.
See? Where's Avery?
Babe, I'm not on the wall.
I know he watching. I know he listening. I know he here. He ain't gonna let his baby go too far. I just need him to. It's okay, Siri. It's okay. While he's also preparing to come, what do you have any like any other live virtual events or concerts coming down the pipe?
Oh, down the line, yes. I wasn't supposed to say this yet, but
wait a minute. I got something for this. Wait a minute. Don't do it. Now you can do it. Tell us about it. What do you want to tell us? What's going to happen?
So I am having a live recording next year. So just be looking out for that. I'm excited. It's going to be virtual too. So I'm excited about that one.
And I'm excited too because I'm coming to host it. I'm coming to Detroit. In fact, it's funny because I'll be in Detroit in 2 weeks to visit my grandmother off of Patton Street. So I will right off of Telepath Road. You know where she is. So I will be over there in Detroit. So I'm definitely going to have to come through. Mr. Avery,
yes,
while
sir.
I got you on, I'm sorry, Mr. Dash, let me be formal.
Yes.
Since I've got you and my time to interview Ms. Mookstar is over, I need to put about 2 minutes into you. Please tell me about Mookstar, what you know about her, and why she's so phenomenal.
Well, besides the beauty, for one, secondly, a lot of things that she does is truly authentic. Like, it's original, it's from the heart, it's something that people really genuinely need, you know, definitely in this time. And, you know, I couldn't be any more prouder. And I'm glad that I get to celebrate this journey with her. And I'm just really happy for her.
Oh.
Now, when in those moments where she's ready to just like give it up and be down or whatever, and you're there to help encourage her and bring her up, why is it important to you that she stay lifted?
Well, I mean, to me, I feel like it's really important because I feel like she really needs it. Because a lot of times, it doesn't really sit well with me if she like gives up on herself or anything else, or even if she's feeling a little off or anything, you know, because she always tells me to be original and always just be yourself, and that's all I ever want for you. That's all I want for you.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you for sharing that, and I just got you a whole bunch of kudos. I set that up perfectly. You can thank me in the Snapchat later. So again, Mookstar, thank you guys, Mr. Great. Thank you guys so much for coming on, ladies and gentlemen. Mookstar Dash. Make sure you go follow her. Make sure you go right now to Apple, to Spotify, to Google. If you're one of those Android users, even you can get this music. I know you're on that inferior product and you're wondering, can my inferior product get me this, what I need? But the answer is yes. Even Droid users can get a word. help your souls. So on behalf of the Je Vaughn Show, thank you guys so much. And to our audience, thank you guys so much for once again coming and watching and listening. I'm going to go ahead and let Mookstar Dash and Mr. Great go. Thank you guys once again so much. And before we go, I want to play this quick preview of our upcoming episode for Thursday. This is part of the lost season of the Relationship Hotspot. Check it out. So let's talk about those communication, especially communication barriers between men and women. Like right here, silence. That's a barrier because one person wants to say something, the other person wants to say something, but they don't say anything. There's a gap there. Huh? I'm preaching today better than you responding. My pastor in Atlanta used to say that. Shout out to Pastor Marquise Boone. So,
that communication is the core of everything. If you don't have communication, it makes the relationship somewhat frustrating. And so when we communicate, women communicate to men, and men communicate to women, they actually communicate very different. I had a brother tell me when I was in business how when you tell a story to a man, you actually need to tell them the end of the story first and then go over the details, because they're waiting until the end of the story and their mind goes completely to thinking like, how can I fix this? How can I solve the story that she's saying? And so right there.
I was listening to you and I was trying to figure out a way to solve your communication barrier issues. So here's the situation though. So I think though
listening but not hearing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I heard words and they were coming through and I was funneling them and I was trying to figure out how to fix your situation. So here's the situation that I see right now. I understand that women want to use all of their words, and I think that's the problem with communication. Women use way too many words. If I may talk about every single woman that I've ever dated, they all, including you, talk way too much. Listen, and my producer's sitting there nodding because he agrees with everything that I say right now.
And not all men are like that, though.
Yeah, they are.
God,
every last one.
No, that is not
every last one.
Get a little bit crazy. Let's 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 get a little bit crazy.
Every morning when I open my eyes, can I just feel your heart beating beside me every night? That's what was playing before we started the interview, Mookstar.
I heard it.
I know we were killing. Listen, me and the kids, we be killing up in these vocals. So we're still going. We played the outro, so this will not be part of the show. But I wanted to give those who are listening in, who stayed on through the everything, a little bit more of Mookstar Dash. Are you willing to sing just a little bit more before we go off?
Definitely. I would be honored to do so.
Now, again, with my murderous style vocals, did you want me to duet with you or do you want to sing by yourself? Sing by yourself, that's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and do that then. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mookstar Dash.
Okay. Only explanation to the question at hand. It's the only explanation to the question at hand. Like years fade, blown away in a single day. There's nothing that compares to the way you make me feel inside. And I'm so glad you're mine. Prince Charming, my angel, and my friend, my lover, my one He is. Oh, the very beat in my heart. No, yes, He is. Say joy for tomorrow. My everything. He is. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. Whoa, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And my friend, oh, my one. He's my everything. He's my peace and joy. He's my happiness. Yeah, my lover, my one. He is. And charming, my angel, and my friend, my one. He is the very beat in my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. My lover, He is angel and my friend. Oh, my one. He's my everything. He's my peacemaker. He's my everything. Yeah. My love, my one. He's my joy and sorrow, hope for tomorrow. My everything He is, He is, He is. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. 'Cause He is, He is.
And on the remix, we go, he's my angel. Boom,
Hey.
boom, boom. My angel. You are absolutely phenomenal,
For
Mookstar.
having me. I appreciate you.
I love the voice. I love the vibe, the energy, the attitude. I love that you are a much better person than me because I'm still calling out Terrence Woods. He can be rolled into the church in a wheelchair with issues of the heart and the blood, and I'm still coming out the pulpit to snatch him. So as I get myself together, thank you for having yourself together and for sharing your gift with our audience today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
All right. Everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.